calling out to love. Just lose your mind, get lost in it. There's nothing for you to fear, 'cause you're ready for love, baby. You're ready.
Hello, everybody. What's up, brothers? Hey, everybody. Just giving it a few little minutes.
There's nothing for you to fear. I'm just trying to let you know you're ready, yeah.
Hey, everybody, welcome. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Much love. Everybody. Ready to give love.
You're ready.
Hi everyone. How y'all doing? I'm so glad you're here. Here we go. Hello everybody, and welcome to Say It Tuesdays with Jon Pierce. I'm so happy to have this time with you, and I'm so excited to be able to discuss everything affirmations. I'm so elated to be able to share some information with you, to share this love that I have and this passion and what I feel I'm learning and want to share with everybody else. So yeah, we're going to get into it. Today, we're going to start off. have been blessed to be able to put out a book a couple of months ago called Say It Until You Mean It. And it's just a book of a collection of thoughts and affirmations. And what this really is just talking about is how to continue to encourage yourself to do the things that you want to be and to have. All of those things, just working your mind power, working the things that you believe in, and continuing to say those things. Hence the title, Say It Until You Mean It. So what I want to do with you all today is I want to share some passages. We're going to bring in a guest. We're going to do some talking. If you all have questions, please write them down. And I would love to answer your questions. We're going to have guests every week. We're going to talk about this stuff, and we're going to create our own affirmations. I want you to create your own affirmations. And today, you guys, my special guest is my loving, wonderful, smart, beautiful, and talented sister, my baby sister, which she thinks she's the big sister, Jasmika Collins. She is a minister. She does so much work in the community. She started a mission in Mississippi. She's been doing so much work, and I wanted her to come on and talk with us about what she thought about the book. So I'm trying to bring her on. Okay, and uh-oh. Well, until she comes on, this is what I'm going to do. I just want to just share a little passage. If you don't have the book, you can go to Amazon.com and you can get the book. Or if you're in Chicago, you can message me and I can get you a signed copy and so that you can begin to read it. But if you don't have it, we're here. I want to discuss this with you, and I want to share this information. I feel like I was led to do this because the reason this book came about is that when I was on the road in the Middle East, that tour came about during a very tumultuous time in my life. My best friend passed on me suddenly, and it really tore me up. I didn't know if I was going to sing again, if I was going to do any of these things again, and I got a gig in the fall of that year, 2015. And while I was there for those couple of years, I began to, just meditate every morning and just take my journal, whatever I was listening to or reading, I would just write what I thought. And after a while, I learned that, I was creating my own affirmations. So one day when I got back, I read my journal to myself, and I was like, I think I should put this out as a book. I read a couple to my god sister, and I read a couple to a friend, and they were like, definitely, Jon, you should put this out because it's going to help some people. So I hope that in this journey, this will really, 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 really help you. I'm gonna try one more time. Come on, sister. My heat is hot. Here we go. My sister's here.
Hi.
Hey, this is my loving, wonderful sister, Jasmika Collins. She's a minister. She is so much in the community with her church. She started a mission in Mississippi. She feeds the homeless. This is just in us to do those things. So I'm so glad to have my sister here with me and to discuss these affirmations, and I hope that she can impart some things into you guys as well. So, sister, I'm glad you're here. How you feeling today?
I'm wonderful. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me to come and to be able to share with everybody. It's so wonderful when we all can come together and share what we've learned through our experiences.
Yes.
So I'm excited.
Me too. Me
Congratulations
too.
on your book.
Thank you, sister. Thank you, sister. And
I'm so
I
proud
think that
of
is
you.
a manifestation of the affirmations because honestly, something that I wanted to do but didn't know if I was able to get it done. And it just proved to me more and more that it was supposed to happen because it was something that I kept saying that I wanted. I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna write a book, and it came divinely. It came right. It feels right. Like this would be the book I would write. I couldn't start a fiction book. I couldn't start other kinds of books. This is the perfect fit for me, and so hope that the people that do have it. They're encouraging. If you do have it, go to your book, First John. Go to the Word, First John. So what we're going to do right now is I'm just going to read the first one. So the way I wrote it, I put it in, I numbered them because it's not really a book in chapters, but they're numbered. And so I'm going to read number one for us. So we're going to start with number one. Since today is the inaugural show, we're going to start with the one. And number one just says this, and I want you all to listen. If you have any questions, if you have any what you got from it, please write it in the comment section. Also, guys, share after this or now. Let people know that we're here talking about affirmations, talking about things to build your heart, to build your mind, to build your spirit towards the things that you want to be, have, or to do. So here we go. Number one. From Say It Until You Mean It is, I am an all-providing source of infinite prosperity. I am a vision of love through the thoughts and realizations of creation from the Creator. I am an outpicturing of love. I am lavish. I am unfailing. I am rich. I am substance. I am the universe. I am creation. I realize I can manifest greatness just as God manifest greatness as me. Greatness is the reality of me. What are the things that I see as God? I have to see me as God. I have to create as God. I have to sing as God. I am God. I have to live as God. I have to love as God. I have to give as God. Ashe or Amen. So, sister, as we read this, What is your take from what I just read? What do you feel? When you read it, what did you feel?
So my approach to anything that I read that's new is
Hmm.
I go very slow. I
Okay.
read it and then I go back and I dissect it down to the am, the and, definite definitions to see how, if it lines up with how I think, feel, or whatever, or even open up, create space for new thought. And
Yeah.
so, the first thing I like to do, just in what you read,
Yes.
is it is important to understand what, when you say something like prosperity,
Yeah.
such a blanket statement because everybody, I typically, one's mind will go to material things or money
Yeah.
or tangible things that fade, that don't last, that you can't take with you, and you could pass them on, but they'll dwindle. And so
Yeah.
when you say infinite prosperity, you think of what's infinite, then
What's
that's a
infinite?
different realm. That's not even, earthly, because now we're talking about, uh without limits.
Without limits.
And so here, that's a whole nother plane, and
And
so
let's stop right there, sister. Let's let that sink in. We speaking of infinite prosperity is in the first line. So if you even thinking in infinite prosperity, infinite, that without limits, affirmations already should be starting in your mind that you don't have a limit on what you can have, be, or do. So it's limitless. But
absolutely.
that concept sometimes is hard for people to get because we're surrounded and taught by so many people that, there is always an end. Only bad can come through this, or it's only limited time. The construct and concept of time tells people that in only a short amount of time you can't have everything you want, or you can't believe in everything you believe in. But infinite is the everything, the all, and in to go and into prosperity. That was something that was a part of in creating this book, is because I was reading some stuff about prosperity, and I thought prosperity was about money. And then I learned prosperity has nothing to do with money. Prosperity has everything to do with how big my mind
Faith.
can think.
Faith.
Say it again.
Faith.
Faith.
The belief
Yeah.
in whatever it is it thinks.
Mm.
I think, therefore I am. I
I think.
know, therefore I am. But it all starts with the thought. And
Yeah.
so you think when you say that, the Bible tells us to measure ourselves according to our faith, not according to these material things. And it's so funny because sometimes you would find yourself around people who think that they have power and prestige because they have money. And to me, I just, I smile because it's so funny. And it's like, no, boo, that is not the key.
That's not the
The
case.
Bible talks about, you read in the Bible about other people's faith.
Yeah.
Those are the things that are noted. Abraham, because of his faith in God. Noah, because of his faith in God. The woman that touched the hem of his garden, she was a Samaritan. He wasn't even supposed, he didn't even come. He said, I'm not even, I can't do you yet. But because of your faith, I can't heal you yet, but your faith. So it's all
Your
about
faith.
what we believe. What does it start with? And we're supposed to measure ourselves according to that, and not what you did, not what you got, what you
Now what you
believe.
And a sidebar on that, sister, is that money is a resource. Money is this is I really had this point to say too, so I'm glad you said that. And when we come into this, like money is a resource. It is not a thing to reach for. I love to correlate this scripture to this: seek ye first the kingdom of God and all of his righteousness, and everything else shall be added unto you. So what you're supposed to be, do, and have, if you seek the kingdom, and the kingdom building, whatever your work is to do for God or what you believe, because I don't want to X anybody out, but what you build, the kingdom you build will bring you everything you need to sustain your kingdom. So it is just funny to me that if people was pressed toward that mark and pressed toward building their kingdom and making their kingdom the best, or making their heart the best, or making their body the best, or making their mind the best, that resources will come. Money is only a resource. And so this is a great place to start, to begin and build our concepts of affirmations, because if you don't understand that, you're really not asking for things. You're asking for your mind and spirit to come together so that you can see all the good and the love around you, you know, because I was also going to say this with this thing with money. Like, if you write an affirmation like this and say, I am money, instead of I want money, it's a difference. Because if you think of yourself as the money, I am money, then then you'll start to think in your mind that everything that I can do with my mouth, I can sing. That can bring me a resource that I need to continue to record it. Or whatever I can do with my hands. There's so many builders out here. It's some nurses, doctors, lawyers, cooks, everything. What you do with your hand. You don't go and get money. When you go to your job, you are the money. You're there doing something, and the result of the doing gives you a physical piece of money. You know what I'm saying? So I have to.
Wage.
So it's a concept that really the truth is you are the money. That's why whenever you do anything, it's you. That's why in the pandemic, yes, the shutdown was scary for a lot of people, but my concept was I could create something. What I've loved to see in this whole pandemic, so many Black businesses, even if it's people cooking out of their kitchens, whatever they're doing to create something, they're creating something. And that lets you know that you are the thing. Your hands, your mouth, your eyes, your ears, your legs, what you can do is the thing. And that's how we have to start to think. And that's how we start to build affirmation. Go ahead.
I think you just said ho, man.
Well, because it's in my heart for this, and it really is, because I really do want people to understand how to start to begin to change their mind. And even just by saying those little things, you begin to change your mind into the understanding and into the knowing of who you actually are and the power. Yes, Rosalind, that is.
What is that in here? Oh, I can't.
Rosalind said, "Is that Jasmine Kakao?" Yeah, it definitely is my sister. So yeah. So go ahead, sister. What else you have gotten from what I said?
So I'm sorry. I'm trying to get back to my place. The book had kind of closed up on me. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm analog over here for a few minutes.
That's all good. Hey,
Okay.
hey.
Hey. So I like the part that said greatness is the reality of me. If we're created in the image of God, we are, you can almost put the infinite greatness. That's not a real word. That's not even a real thing. But
yes, it is, because you just said it. That is it. So say it again. And now it is so.
Well, what I want to be heard saying is that we were made in His image, and so we were made to, we are great. We were made out of greatness. Yes. And so if He is us and we are Him, then we are greatness. And it is important to understand who you are. That's really, the basics. And it's perfect to speak about in this first live, because we always want to understand why we're doing things and what it's for. And so this is so that everyone understands initially who you are, and you're a child of the King. Yeah. And so we have to remember that at all times. And what does that look like? What does a king and we're his child. So how does the king treat their children? That's an all access pass. And we have to remember that every time we think and speak.
We definitely have to remember that. And I love that. The greatness is the reality of me. And when you know that, this also says this: I realize I can manifest greatness just as God manifests greatness as me. And so if you can understand that, think about it. Everybody on here, just take a moment for real, right now, to think about you as a human being. Everything about you, how luxurious a human body is, how strong and powerful and beautiful a human body is, that an entity so powerful sat down and began to create you, who you are, your attributes, those things who you are. That's greatness, the greatness of you. And then to think about that, and then double on top of that, to know that you were given a charge that you could create greatness too. We have to understand we can create another person. We've been given a blessing to even create people too. How lavish, how amazing, how rich is that? How grand is that? That we have the ability and the capabilities to continue to create more and more people. I think we take that thought for granted, how powerful that is. So if I can create another person, what is a concept? What is me saying I want to live in a big, beautiful house? That's not hard. You could create a human as God did. We can have anything we say, ask, or want, or do.
Dare. He said, dare to ask or think. He said, dare.
Just
That
dare
was a
me.
charge. That was a
That's a
challenge.
charge. Try and
That's
see
a
if I
try.
can be.
Try me and see if I could be.
Try. I dare you try me and see what we can do.
That's the whole thing is, I was telling someone, it's like we say, oh God, bless me with a car. And remember we were so as kids. I know a few of us on here. Oh, we're gonna get that car and we'll go get
We're
that
going to get
car.
that car.
But how small was that thought? Because that wasn't a dare, that was something easy. A car. We should be saying, Lord, how can I create this car to look like this? And I need the
Right.
armrest to go here. Why can't I manufacture cars? What's stopping me? From the next
Right.
meeting, everybody starts in their garage. So what stops me?
Mm.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Nothing.
All knowledge, all power, all of that is alive
And
on
I
the
don't want to take
inside
away
of me.
this, because here go a blessing of this too. I don't want to take away this from anybody watching either, because right now your measure of faith may need to see you manifest a car. We're not taking it down. We're just saying how big and how powerful it is that you should know that you can make that happen easily. That you can make anything that you desire and need manifest easily. And what affirmation and saying it till you mean it does is continue to practice, so that you can get it in your heart that you know that this thing can happen and that this thing can come, you know?
Mm-hmm. And you think about faith as almost like a muscle. It has to be built. It
It
has
has
to
to
be
be built
built.
up.
It ain't gonna just boom be in one place. So yeah, you it's establishing a relationship between you and Christ. And so
Yeah.
that comes with the building of your faith. You trust in him and believe in him and not believing in your senses, because he said it's not revealed to the senses. So that means you can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't smell it. And if you can, then it's not him. Because faith is not
And
revealed to the senses.
and this is where we come in right here, is that we're telling you to begin to connect within yourself and tell yourself, I am a hearer. I'm a hearer of the spirit. I am a hearer of the heart. I love my brother, my sister. These kind of things, you begin to tell yourself and begin to do that, opens up your, not just this hearing, but also this hearing. So you can start to hear what you need to hear, and it'll start resting in your spirit and changing all those old things. I can't wait to, as we continue going on with this, it's some more stuff in here that I've said, and it's going to dive more into the thoughts and cleansing out the thoughts of your old subconscious thoughts, because really that's what we're really fighting against. To not be able to just speak those things and just to say the stuff, we're actually fighting against old subconscious mildew and debris. I got a whole thing about remodeling a house in here, and I can't wait to share all of this with you guys, because I hope that it really opens up your mind, open up your concepts to hear what you can do, you know? Yes. Self-talk, redirecting self constantly. Absolutely. I'm glad you're here too. I'm glad all of you all are here. Again, let me pause real quick. Thank you all for coming in. This is Say It Tuesdays where I'm Jon Pierce. My guest today is my lovely, wonderful sister, Jasmika Collins. And we're talking about all things affirmations today. We're trying to get it all in. We read an excerpt from the book I recently released, Say It Until You Mean It. And we're just discussing number one. So if you don't have the book and you want to get the book, you can definitely go to Amazon or Amazon.com and put in Say It Until You Mean It, a collection of thoughts and affirmations, and you'll get that book shortly. So, but I want to continue the conversation, and we're going to shortly wrap it up. Again, I appreciate everybody being here. I hope we're saying something that have encouraged you so far, and I can't wait to dive in more. So, sister, what's your last and how to round it up with something else you want to say to the people?
You know, it's just like I said, the faith. Is just keep the faith. Remember that, you know, faith come by hearing and hearing by the word of God. And so sometimes if you find that that's slipping, then, you know, open that book, open up that Bible and read it, because that's going to help you. It's going to build, it's a muscle. You have to build it and know your purpose, know who you are. That's the most important thing. Even if you don't know your purpose, know who you are and believe that you can do it. Whatever it is, you can do it.
You
It's
can do
already
it.
done. You just got to line up with it.
You already, it's all, that's an excellent point. It's already done. You just have to line up with it. We be waiting on, we think we waiting on God to do something, but we think we waiting on somebody. And this is the real part that we really messed up at, because we think we waiting on other people to do it for us.
Or resources, right? And you just
We looking for other people to do it, but we're not looking at it as a resource. We're looking at it as them as the source. We forget, or we don't. Some of us don't know.
Yeah.
Some of us do not know. But what we're gonna learn today, what they say, you're gonna learn today, that it's in you. It is in you. Whatever you want, whatever you desire, whatever you need, it is in you. You know, and that's the truth. Faith is the foundation to affirmations. It's like the magic that charges up. It's the key to charge up the power in your life. It's the charge. It's what's going to help the manifestations come. The affirmations come to fruition, come to life. You know,
faith is the gas that you have to put in the car in order for it to run. It will not run.
I think it's the gas and the key and the car.
I would say it's the gas, because you think about your car, it's plenty of components, and when they all put together perfectly, they will run, only if they are given petrol.
That's the truth.
So it is the gas, because you can have I got a brand new car, and if it ran out of gas, it will not move. And every part, every piece in it is functional. But without that gas, it ain't going nowhere. It's just it's gonna sit and look pretty. That's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, without faith, you can have all the components. You can have a good idea. You can have the right people in place. You can have all those things. But if you don't believe you could do it, it ain't gonna be done.
It ain't gonna be done. It ain't gonna be done. And I do want people to realize this too. This is something that a concept about a universal concept that I would love for people to understand. This is something I'm beginning to understand, is that God the Creator created all of this and all of us and all this that is beauty, and then set up a system for us, which I call the universal system. And universal system begins when we say, God, I want this, or this is what I want to see for my life, and which I don't like to say one, and I'll tell y'all why I don't like to say one, but the things that I desire for my life, and that begins to create. So we're thinking in a positive mindset, and that begins to create. We also, at times, because of the world we live in and the negative influence of this world and the negative vibes that this world brings sometimes, we say, oh, I don't think I can have that because of that. And guess what the universal system will do, because it has no really judge a person. It starts to create your negative stuff.
Granted.
So it starts to grant your wishes. So you begin to block your own blessing, because you done told yourself, yes, I want it, but I don't think I can have it. Well, then it's saying, okay, so guess what you have ultimately did? Stop the machine from working. Stopped it from working because you didn't put it
In the box
a
it
fight.
is. Mm-hmm.
You didn't put it in a fight. So I hope that people can get the understanding that they have to think in a very positive way, in a very loving way, because it's really faith and loving the ideas that you believe in. Really loving yourself, understanding how great you are in this thing called creation. You have been created as greatness from a creator who was great, that lets you manifest and create things that are great as well. You know, so I want to keep reiterating that and loving on that point. And I can't say it enough. I could keep saying over and over again because I love to talk about this kind of stuff. That's why every song I write, everything is about how to get into yourself and how to build your mind power and yourself to go to the next level. And I think that's why the book was created, because this is what I was praying for and studying. So, anything else, sister?
Brother, that was my last comment. Keep the
That's
faith.
your last comment. I want to say thank you so much, sister, for being my guest and for my
Thank you for
inaugural
having me.
show of Say It Tuesdays with Jon Pierce. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your wisdom and your love and what you have brought today for my first show and first live broadcast.
Thank you.
And I want everybody that's watching today, I hope you join in next Tuesday with me. I have another special guest with me, and we're going to discuss more about the book and more about affirmations. I want you to come with your questions. I want you to come in. If you want to be a guest, if you want to talk, let me know, and we can make this happen, because this is not about me. This is not about me telling you what to do and how to do. This is about me sharing my process, sharing my ideas, and I hope that from my ideas and my process, that you create your own affirmations. You create your own things. I just want to be a tool and a catalyst for your next level, for our next level, because if each one reach one, we helping each other, we are unstoppable. You know, I want to see everybody win. I want to see us all win. And so I'm grateful for this time, you guys. Again, you can go to Amazon and get Say It Until You Mean It on Amazon. If you are in the city, I do have signed copies. Oh, go get it, sister. I do have signed copies. And if you have any questions for me, you can inbox me and we can talk. I would love to continue conversations about this and get in deep with it. So again, sister, thank you. Thank you, everybody that watched. I appreciate you and I love you. And can you do this for me before you go to bed tonight or whatever you're going to do? Just take the sentence, take the few words, I am, and put something in there. It don't have to be one word. It could be a sentence. I am lavish. I am beautiful. Something that you need to hear about yourself tonight before you go to bed. And so you can sleep on that and let that marinate in your spirit for the night. And let that marinate in your heart and your mind. And just see how you wake up tomorrow morning. And then let me know next Tuesday how you feel. Don't forget, I am, and you fill in that blank. I love each and every one of y'all. And
One more thing.
well, no, not one more thing. I gotta give him my last little hurrah. And good night, y'all.
I can't tell you that there is no limit to what you can do.
There's no limit to what you can do right now.
There's no limit right now, right now, right now, right now,
Bye, y'all.
right now.
There's no limit to what you can do right now. Be blessed. Thank y'all for tuning in. Join me next week.
Bye.
And join me next week, guys. If you didn't see the whole thing, you can go back and watch it. I appreciate you. Love you.